Maseches Kesubos Daf Kuf Zayin. The Gemara brings the machlokes Rav Shmuel, Misha Holach, Lebdina Sayom. Ishtite vas mezonos. Rav says Priske mezonos leishesish, and Shmuel says Ein Priske mezonos leishesish, and the Gemara says that everyone agrees the first 3 months the Ein Priske mezonos leishesish because Ein Adam Menich Beisei Reikum. And the machlokes is after 3 months if you Priske mezonos leishesish. B'shesham by shemes, everyone agrees Priske mezonos. The machlokes is b'shaloisham by shemes, and Rav holds Priskin because he's meshubed to give him mezonos. However, Shmuel holds Ein Priskin, and the Gemara brings to pshatim why according to Shmuel Ein Priskin, either because Yechoshish Shema Tzori Atfasa, maybe he set aside money for her mezonos, or because maybe he told her Avni Mluim brings a kasha from the Nesivos Mishpat to ask what's the understanding in the Gemara that says that he told it according to the Rishonim that learned that even if there's if she says nezonos, vaini, oiseh, nevertheless she could be chayzer and to be teveya mezonos again. So therefore, it's very hard to understand the Gemara over here. What are we chayshish that he told her so therefore she doesn't have a tviyah and a schus to mon yodaim, although she agreed to accept her mezonos with her maseh yodaim, but now she's being chayzer. Ayin toises daf memzayin and beis. We mentioned shem memzayin and beis that says he could be chayzer, and according to that's very hard to understand our Gemara. So Avnum says the answer to this kasha is that there's 2 different ways for her to mafkir the chiuv that the Baal has to be mazed in her. Either she says Aini nezonos vaini oiseh, then she's saying she's efshi, but the kanas chachamim, and that's only when she says clearly Aini nezonos vaini oiseh. And there is another way that she can mafkir the chiuv mezonos is if she's moichel the chiuv mezonos, and when she's moichel, there's no hafko on ikar mechayiv. There is a mechayiv mezonos, but as if she got the mezonos through her maseh yodaim. So the Avnum explains that when she says Ein nezonos and oiseh, she could be chayzer. It's mavur ritvo on daf nun ches, which mentioned the shil el daf ayin. That the understanding is because kol yom v'yom, every day of the marriage is mechayiv mezonos, so therefore she can't say Ein nezonos and oiseh to be mafkir the mechayiv mezonos in the future, because although she's mafkir the chiuv mezonos of today, she's not mafkir the chiuv mezonos that was not yet chal. So the Avnum says that specifically when she says Ein nezonos vaini oiseh, however, when she says moichel the chiuv mezonos, it's mafkia the chiuv mezonos entirely, even the chiuv mezonos that will come later. So therefore she can't be chayzer. I need to say for Simchas Binyamin that we asked, that's very hard to understand. The Avnei Mluim, if you can't mafkia through Ein nezonos vaini oiseh, the mezonos that's going to come in the future, so why through mechila could you mafkia the mezonos in the future? And that goes from Dmitrovsky Shlita that brings some Lachanfayim that learns Vaket from the Avnei Mluim, and by Mechila Lekuli Alma you could be chayzer. So I say for Simchas Binyamin that we answer b'siyat d'shmaya. The answer to this kasha according to its mavur, and Sefer Bnei Yehuda and Aflo and Reuven Gazovsky mentioned in many shurim le'el daf beis daf memzayin daf samachtal daf ayin, that these 2 independent halachas in the chiuv mezonos that a husband will chiuv in his wife. One is a chiuv that according to the Rambam, other shittas is the raisa that a husband's mechuyev to his wife kol yom v'yom, and there's another chiuv that through that schalish b'nechosim with a specific shir mezonos. And the Chayim say that chiuv is not chal kol yom v'yom, rather it's chal at the time of nesuin, and it's a chiuv hanimshach for the entire meshach of the days of nesuin. So according to this side, it could be that you could be chayzer when she says Ein nezonos vaini oiseh specifically when she's yesheves tachas baila, she's living with her husband, so therefore the husband's mechuyev to mazen her kol yom v'yom, and since the chiv is chal kol yom v'yom, she can't be mafkia the chiv that's going to come in the future. However, in our sugya, when he was heilich limdina sayom, so therefore she doesn't have a tviyah machmas the chiv derais. It's only because of a shibud nechosim that's a shibud moment, and that chiv is a chiv hanimshach the entire meshach of the mehan nesuin. So if she's mafkia that chiv, and she agreed to mafkia the chiv that she'll be able to veya him when he goes limdina sayom akorchoch, that's afko and the ikir chiv even in the future, and therefore she can't be chayzer. Yesh lahoisev, according to mention in Shila El, that the chiyuvim that the husband's mechuyev to his wife is specifically when she's yeshevas tachta for the kiyum of the actual isha. So that's specifically when he wasn't heilich in dinas yom, he's mechuyev in the mezonos midiraisa. Aini b'shach, he mentioned Shila El Daf Kovhei, that's moving out like this mahalach, because b'shach says it's a holach, l'mdinas yom, if she's still married, then there's a chiv mezonos kol yom v'yom, not like almona, that has a chiv hanimshach and doesn't have a chiv mezonos kol yom v'yom. Aini Beis Yaakov from the sheves, El Daf Mem Zayin, that says a different teretz to this kashi. Says, although Tosis and Mavur, they could be chayzer from Aini nezonos vaini oiseh, that's only when she said Aini nezonos vaini oiseh the entire zman of nesuin. However, if she says Aini nezonos vaini oiseh for a specific time, then she can't be chayzer. So it's also hated that over here she said Aini nezonos vaini oiseh for the time that he goes to dinas yom, she cannot be chayzer. Moving further on, the Rambam writes that if one goes to dinas yom and his wife is teveya mezonos, Bezdin gives her mezonos and they're not mechashev, they don't make a cheshbon for how much maseh yodaim she's supposed to bring into her husband. And if he returns and doesn't find any maseh yodaim, then he loses out. The Ran asks, what's the understanding in this Rambam? Since she's mechuyev to give maseh yodaim to her husband, why doesn't Bezdin make a cheshbon and mechayev her to give maseh yodaim? Ein of the Malum that explains the understanding in the Rambam is because that Chazal Masakin mezonos tachas maseh yodaim is in order that they shouldn't be fighting and shouldn't come to the entire. So the Malum says over here, since regardless she has to go to Bezdin to demand the mezonos, so there's anyway chashash and suyes b'chagavno, there's no chiyuv of maseh yodaim. Aina Flaw that has a tremendous kash on the sheet of the Rambam. He asks, why is it that the wife is not mechuyev to repay her husband for maseh yodaim, that she didn't work the time that he went l'mdinas hayom? Why is it different than by sheves, by hajke, than juye? If someone brings a person into a room and locks him up, so he's mechuyev in sheves, that means sheves is one of the chiv mazik of choiv b'chaveiroi, and even a sheves that doesn't have any nezek, there's no physical damage to the person, but just he was locked up into a room. The one that locked the person up is mechuyev to compensate his friend on the fact that he was mafsed him and he caused him to lose the days of work when he was locked up in the room. So that flaw asked over here also, the fact that she didn't do maseh yodaim, that she was mechuyev to bring in income to her husband, why isn't she mechuyev because of sheves? Now the Malum says the answer to this kash is according to what's in the Rosh and Shulchan Aruch, that the whole chiv is specifically when someone brings his friend into rooms, that's considered a maseh mazik. However, if the friend's already in the room and he just locks the door, that's not considered a maseh mazik to the goof of his friend. There's no chiv sheves over here also. When the wife was able to do work, she just didn't do work. That's not considered a maseh mazik to her husband, and therefore is no chiv sheves. The Chayrim point out that according to what's in the sheves in Siman Shin Samach Gimel, that by choivel by eved of chaveiroi, the Chiuv is to the Eved, and the Rabbi is zoiche from the Eved. And it's not a Chiuv directly to the Rabbi, because there's no Chiuv sheves, rather the Chiuv is to the Eved, and the Rabbi is zoiche from the Eved. So here also the Chiuv of sheves will be to the Isha, and the husband is zoiche from the Isha. So therefore, since the Isha can't be mechuyev sheves to herself, so therefore there's no chiv sheves even to the husband v'ayin sham.